How do I explain customer pain when pitching investors? When pitching startup investors, they want to understand the problem you're solving and how you solve it. However, there's more to it than that. And this is where many startup CEOs go wrong. What investors truly want to know is how much pain your customers are experiencing right now because the current solutions to their problems aren't good enough. They also want to see how your solution eases that pain. And that's exactly what today's video is all about. Drawing on my experience raising funding for my own company and helping other CEOs secure funding for theirs, I'll explain why effectively articulating customer pain might be the most powerful tool you have to raise money. Hi, I'm Brett. On my channel, I help early stage startup CEOs like you raise money and grow your startup. So if this sounds like you, then hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time I release a new video. And let's get started. And let's start with why investors care about customer pain. If you ever get the chance to talk to any investor about what they want to hear when a CEO pitches them, the question of what's the customer pain with the current solutions is at the top of the list. The belief investors have is that your customers will not switch to your solution unless they are in significant pain. Or customers will be in significant pain because they're not using your solution once they realize the power of your solution. I will tell you from personal experience that it's really hard to get an investment if you can't explain customer pain. Trust me on this one. This leads to the crux of the problem. Number one, most CEOs are really bad at explaining the pain. The classic way to start your investor pitch is by explaining what the problem is and then in the next slide, how you solve that problem. I've worked with lots of CEOs on their pitches and pitch decks. Usually, their initial efforts to explain the problem fall flat. The issue is that you'll lose investor interest unless you do an excellent job explaining the problem and pain your customers are in. And it's virtually impossible to get investors excited about your startup once you've lost their interest. There are three issues that most CEOs struggle with when they attempt to explain the problem their customers are struggling with. Number one, you're focusing on features instead of pain. It's great that your product can do whatever it does. And it's great that it has whatever key features that are better than the competition. However, the problem is that no one cares, especially the investors, about features. I learned this the hard way when I was updating one of my investors about our progress. I highlighted the key features of our newest product, and you could literally see the VC's eyes glaze over in boredom as I droned on. Now let's move to the second issue on our list. Number two, you're too close to the problem. As a result, the problems you explain to investors are too generic because you think it's obvious how great your product or solution is. This is a classic challenge that CEOs struggle with. Remember, investors aren't as expert as you are. You have to learn the balance between making it simple for investors to understand what you're doing and making it exciting. This leads to the third and final point. Number three, you don't tell a story. Great pitches tell a story. Stories help build the bridge between you and your audience of investors. Stories bring emotion into your pitch. allowing an emotional connection to form between you and investors. Without stories, your pitch deck is just a collection of slides. So, we've laid out the issues with the way your problem slide is likely not to resonate. Now let's talk about getting your problem solution slides to sing. As I was saying earlier, I've worked with lots of CEOs on their pitches and pitch decks. CEOs would usually start by trying to explain the problem their company was solving, and the pitches kept missing the mark, as I said earlier. They were missing the pain. And I was getting frustrated with the results, so I tried an experiment. And guess what? It worked. Now, here's the result of that experiment. Here's the 5-step process that helped create consistently great problem solution slides that dig deep into the pain your customers are in. Start with step number 1. Number 1, start with your solution. This is the key. I'll bet you can tell me in exquisite detail exactly what your company does. For example, Sherman is the CEO of a company that makes a device that detects certain types of cancer. He was having a difficult time explaining the problem and the pain customers were in without a solution. So I asked him to tell me what his company did. Sherman said, "We're developing a device that detects certain cancers in minutes, rather than the 5 days it takes the closest competitors. All patients have to do is take a blood test instead of having the painful biopsy that you have to go through today. Oh, and our solution is 20 times more accurate than the competition, leading to a 70% greater survival rate." Boom! This is great because now Sherman had all he needs to develop a dynamite problem solution set of slides that dig deep into the pain. This leads to the second step in our process. Step number 2. You need to sell the vacation. The great Alex Hormozy talks about the importance of what he calls selling the vacation in any sales process. Raising money is high-level sales. In the case of a pitch deck, selling the vacation means selling the results your solution promises customers. This is what a great solution slide does. So here's what Sherman came up with. Solution: accurate cancer detection in 5 minutes. A blood test instead of a painful biopsy. 70% improvement in survival rate. Detection in 5 minutes instead of 5 days. In the cancer detection game, this seems like a pretty compelling destination for Sherman's customers to get to. Now, we still have to develop a great problem slide, and that moves us to step number 3 on our list. Step 3, map backwards to the problem. Let's go back to the selling the vacation concept. Imagine it's winter. The temperature outside is below freezing and it's snowing. A great beach vacation sounds pretty exciting right now, doesn't it? The key to selling the vacation is the difference between where you are today, which is cold and freezing, versus being warmed and relaxed, as large as possible. The bigger the gap, the more the pain of where you are today is accentuated. At the same time, we need to make sure that every bullet point on our solution slide solves a specific problem we've explained in our problem slide. With this in mind, Sherman developed the problem slide like this. Problem: cancer detection is inaccurate and painful. Biopsies are painful. Survival rates are less than 30%, and it takes 5 days to get results. This seems pretty good. Painful biopsies, low survival rates, and a long time to get your results sounds like a pretty cold winter. And that's the idea. This makes it easier to sell the vacation of a painless, quick, accurate solution. Now, there's one more thing you need to do, and that moves us to step number 4 on our list. Step 4, add emotion with your pitch. Now, you've got a great pitch deck. However, you need a great pitch to go with your pitch deck. The way you do this is by telling a story that weaves in emotion. Let's go back to Sherman. His storytelling started with how he lost his father to cancer. He explained that if the technology his company was developing had been available when his dad had had cancer, he would likely have survived. That's what you want to do. The more personal you make the story, the more relatable the story becomes. Now, if this content is resonating with you, then please hit the like button right now. One final thought. Really dig deep to uncover the pain. Whenever you use the technique I outlined today or another technique to get to explain the problem you are solving, the key is to make sure you uncover the pain your customers are in today. It might take multiple attempts to get this right. Don't get discouraged. Just keep at it, and you'll eventually get there. Now, I have two more things for you today. First is my free startup pitch deck template. It has all the slides you need to develop an awesome pitch deck. Click the link below this video to download it for free. And second, join my free group of startup CEOs, Zero to Pitch. It's a community for startup CEOs focused on growing their companies and raising funding. Click the link below to join. Finally, click the subscribe button to get notified every time I release a new video. I'm Brett at brettjfox.com. Thanks for watching today. Take care. Bye.